We got from Kedendath. Kedendath? I think. Huh?
Kendith.
We'll get there. Who said, Chronicles morphed from Metzen's retcon to modernize Warcraft's history/future into a Titan perspective. How do they preserve the Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3 classic fans' connection to the IP when the lore is continuously upheaved and abstracted? I think this is one of the most pressing and important things for the franchise. And we need to start looking at Warcraft as franchise, and the team as the stewards of that franchise. Because, WoW is a multimedia franchise of books, of video games, of a movie, and, I'd love a future where in one day I can say a Netflix show that's great or something like that. Warcraft is this big, cool thing. And yes, so Metzen's retcon, I'd maybe say there, Metzen's cleaning up of his older work.
Yeah.
And in a way that is a retcon, but you can see how it's like Metzen, he just wanted to codify his decisions.
Yeah.
Put
a capstone on everything he was thinking and doing at the time, like kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Red Shirt Guy got to him enough times and Metz was like, fucking hell, I really do have a few inconsistencies. I have to sort this shit out.
Just a couple.
And I like Chronicle for that. Sure, there was a few retcons and things we were like, whoa. I mean, my initial reaction to Titans and the World Souls was like, oh. But, whatever.
Big.
Whatever. Yeah. I think that's fine. Now, the morphing of that into a Titan perspective and then using that to do the constant zoom out and zoom out and zoom out, as Ian said to me in an interview, is really risky business because, it just used to be Old Gods and Titan Forged as like our really big looming cosmic things. And, Burning Legion. We sort of had those. But then, we kind of find out new things about all of them and new things about all of them. But you can find out new things to the point where the things that got you there in the first place felt very small and insignificant. And also, by a percentage of runtime, this shit was not the core of Warcraft.
Not at all.
It's like the demons of the Burning Legion, that was like really important to the lore.
Yeah.
But most of it was orcs and humans. And it was like lower level, sort of boots in the ground stuff. And yeah, it's that thing where every time they zoom out, I mean, it's natural. It's like every time you zoom out on something, the thing you were looking at previously is now looking smaller. But the problem is that's the thing that people invested their time and their energy and their love into.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely. If they continually do that and do that and do that, they will train people that this reveal, I mean, does it really matter that much? Because next time they zoom out, it won't as much. And that is as a tricky thing.
Yeah, it's like even right now, to use now as an example in World of Warcraft, I find myself distracted from all of the jailer stuff by thinking about what the Dreadlords are doing. Because I mean, I'm also thinking about like what the Light's doing at the same time, how they're going to come in, and how all the other things are coming in from like a future story perspective. But I'm just thinking, well, like, I mean, obviously, like the jailer's going to do whatever he's doing, but I don't really care because I'm more concerned with how the grander scheme is playing out already, and I haven't even solved like the Shadowlands yet. I'm too busy thinking about the zoomed out bit, which I think is largely the problem. Where like,
well, I think that's because it hasn't been grounded, and we did a big segment earlier in today's show about like the dialogue and the way the storytelling is done. It hasn't been grounded in that. Yeah. And that's why the only thing you can really anchor yourself to is the mystery box and not the characters, and I think that's your issue. It's like if I know that Lost for a lot of people ended up being very unsatisfying. I've not actually seen the ending of it. I don't know what happens, but it had its mystery boxes. Like Lost is where the mystery box term kind of comes from. I think anyway.
I think so.
But Lost also had characters that people cared about and really liked and spent time with, and WoW has that too. It's just we need to spend more time with them as as our player characters.
100%.
And that's what will keep us grounded to something as we zoom out.
Yeah.
And that's what's key. If zooming out is going to be the direction we're going in.
Yeah, it's like there's... I saw someone mention they're DBZing the story, and that's kind of exactly what happened, where it's a scale thing. You can scale up if you go slow enough and keep everything and establish it all, and everything everyone's following the journey. You can't just kind of go and blah, 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 and now we've just jumped.
Yeah.
Which is what they're kind of doing wrong. They're jumping. They're jumping instead of bringing us up.
Yeah, that's
problem.
Pretty much it.